Hello, hello. How's it going?
What's up? How are you?
I am good. Everyone, of course, I'm Fran the Savage, and with me today I got Scotty Austin, formerly of Saving Abel. How the hell are you, ma'am?
Doing good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for taking the time out to be here with me. I am doing, I'm okay. Kind of running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the last like half hour, but I am good to go. Um, First and foremost, thank you for taking the time out. I know this was actually done in like really short notice for us to just, yeah, let's get it going, you know. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
You made it happen. I appreciate that.
that's the beauty of
Um,
technology.
oh yeah, FaceTime. I can only, I can say quite a few things right now. Like thanks YouTube, and
Yeah.
still working out my YouTube kinks that I've been having actually since, which you don't know about, but since last week the YouTube music has been creating a lot of problems for me with going and playing music and whatnot, and it's driving me nuts. It's absolutely driving me nuts. And I had to have a friend of mine download a new program into my computer today, and it was a crash course on this is how you connect it, this is how you connect it, and yeah, you already heard this before we went live. It's not connecting. So, but moving on from that, we'll keep going. So you are and that you are now doing a solo project, which you've been doing now for a couple of years since you left Saving Abel, and your career is again, as usual, blowing up and taking off. How's that been?
It's been very fantastic. I got to be honest with you. We're having a blast, and things have went really well for me. You never know when you have a big change up with your career and stuff like that. But it's been going fantastic. I'm just making music I love, so I think people can reflect to that.
Right, absolutely. Hold on. Why is my phone's like going off? I'm going to turn it off. I apologize. But so it's been going up, and you've been busy, and I know that for sure. You've
That I have.
released, since I'm going to call it COVID season 1 because it's coming back. So, I don't want to laugh about it, but it's just since COVID season 1, you've been just rewriting new music and just planning for the next phase of your life. And you got the new solo project, and you got a few new band members that you're bringing with you. Did you want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, I got some great new guys with me. Of course, I still have Stephen Pooley behind me on the drums. He was with me before Saving Abel, and then through Saving Abel, and now he's with me still. So that's my partner in crime there. And
Mm-hmm.
they actually say you have to get back to your roots. I know people have heard that before, but
Mm-hmm.
I actually did that. I went back to my hometown and hired a couple of my childhood friends to be in the band with me. So my guitar player, his name is Jason Boatwright. He's playing with me now. We had the same babysitter when we were children. And on bass, I have Nicholas De Blasio, and he's from my hometown as well. We've known each other forever. So I'm literally touring the country now, surrounded by some of my best friends.
That's
So
awesome.
it doesn't get any better, I tell you.
So that's definitely that's an awesome thing to have and go through. When you have a new band and all of a sudden you're just like, all right, we're hitting the road. I can imagine you're still getting to know each other. There's tension. You don't know what's going to annoy you, what's not going to happen. Right. When it's friends, you already know what pisses you off, and you can smack it
Yeah,
a little bit along the way.
yeah, it makes a big difference. It makes a
Yeah.
big difference for sure.
So yeah. So now, I mean, you're doing a major tour, like huge, and
I've been touring a lot, that's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, what is life like on the road when you just literally live on the road that much?
You either have to love it or you hate it. To be honest, it isn't about the destination. So I enjoy traveling. So I like passing through areas. So as long as you can enjoy the getting there instead of just worried about the destination, you can survive this. But otherwise,
Mhm.
you'd be miserable.
Right.
But it's fantastic. I see rock fans everywhere, and I've been touring so long now. I have actually really close friends everywhere. So
Right.
it's like I'm just catching up, basically.
Yeah. So when you come home, it's got to be, I mean, it's nice to get home, to family and relax a little bit, but I bet you can't wait to just get back on that bus and take off again.
Well, I love my family, so I like to take my family with me when I can.
That's
I
good.
got my 3-year-old daughter and my 12-year-old son. So I just try to spend as much time with them as I can. But when I can take my daughter out with me because she hasn't started school yet.
That's nice and convenient. And
Yeah.
how does she like seeing Daddy on stage? Has she seen you actually live, or is she
Oh
kept
yeah,
it?
yeah. She loves it. She loves it. She
That's
wants to
awesome.
join in.
That's cute. Have you ever given her the mic?
No. No. No, I
Not
know
yet.
better than that. Yeah.
That's
I'll tell her
awesome.
what she would say.
That
I'm
is
sure it wouldn't
awesome.
be anything more out of line than what I've said on stage.
Well, see, so the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right?
That is a valid point.
Is she showing any signs of any possible music talent that she might have picked up?
Absolutely. She's got the music in her. She likes it. She has rhythm, and that's one thing it seems like to me you can't teach. You either have it or you don't. You can
Yeah.
teach notation to anyone, but to get that groove and feel it,
Mhm.
you have to have it or you don't.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's a God-given talent for both of you. You know, like you're, from what I understand, I'm like you literally from kindergarten on, just musically talented and getting better and better and growing with that. Is music in your family, or is that just something you inherit that you got on your own?
It is a family thing.
Mm.
I'm several generations in.
Oh
We were
wow.
in a a gospel group actually when I was growing up. My family had a church band. So, like I know you maybe have seen the Southern
Mhm.
bluegrass, the
Yeah.
gospel.
Yeah,
That was what my family did. So
that's
my
cool.
grandfather was the band leader.
So how did you decide that rock and roll was more your thing? How old were you when you started realizing that?
Well, I mean, we were playing this bluegrass music, so you couldn't, there was no distortion on the guitars. It was just like acoustic guitars and really clean, like that traditional country style guitar playing.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing Appetite for Destruction the first time, and I was like, "What is that?" And it's been downhill from then.
Yeah. Downhill or uphill?
Well, I mean,
Depends on the perspective,
according
right?
according to my family and the Christian band, it's probably downhill, but
I,
according to my
I
career,
get
it's
that.
been uphill.
Yeah, I could get that. I get that. So I mean, and you also you also played in NASCAR's Thunder Roll, right?
uh, yeah, well, that's been a
Yeah, the
while
Rolling
back.
Thunder.
Yeah, I was a band member in the official NASCAR's Rolling Thunder band a long time ago.
Yeah.
Golly, and I got fired for playing original songs at that one.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, because they paid wonderful, and got to meet all the drivers, but they wanted you to hear whatever they wanted to hear. It's like this is a song you're paid to play, and we were young.
So
We wanted to
you
play our own songs, so we did, and we lost that gig for that.
well,
But it's worked out
you know
since.
what? It might have helped with your future career, though. You're just like, fuck it, I'm breaking the rules.
Well, it has. I'm not playing, with an Elvis impersonator right now. So
So what was it like though? Hitting the road with Rolling Thunder. That had to have been a lot of fun. I love NASCAR.
uh, it was unbelievable. It was such a cool event. I mean, they would find, we were in all the major cities, and this is back. I don't know if they even have these anymore. They still have the NASCAR cafes around.
Hmm.
They used to have this chain of bars called NASCAR Cafe, and they would shut down like Broadway or whatever the main street is in a major city, and set up a stage, and then all the cars would show up and they'd park in a line. They'd all start up their cars together, and we'd play music. It was fantastic, really. But we would be playing like Rolling Stones covers and stuff.
Hmm.
No offense to that, but I'm not the Rolling Stones. I can't do it as good as they do.
Well, you obviously like doing some cover songs because
I like a good cover song. A good song is a good song.
yeah, you have released a couple of cover songs, since you went solo, and there are some great
That's
songs.
correct.
I gotta say, Billy Idol. Who doesn't love Billy Idol? Anyone who says
That's
that,
exactly what I say about
you know,
it.
yeah,
Who
it's
doesn't
Billy.
love Billy Idol? Like, why'd you do
It's
a Billy
Billy.
Idol song? What
Yeah,
do you mean? How could you even
yeah.
ask that
You did
question?
Rebel Yell,
Because it's Billy Idol.
right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. you know, and Billy, I mean, you did Rebel Yell. Great fucking song. and you did an amazing job at it too. It was an amazing version of it. You killed. I mean, you
Thank
killed.
you, thank you, thank you. I'm very proud of it. Actually, I love the way it comes out. The bass tone in it is just sick. I think I'm
Yeah,
very proud of it.
yeah, I
Malcolm
am too.
Springer, the
It's like
producer.
I'm proud of you too, man. I mean, you're just an amazing artist. You're very
Thank you.
musically talented. You're instrumentally talented, and you're just like hitting every different angle of multi genres, and you are just you're amazing at it, and you take it to the next level, and you put your own sound,
Thank
and
you.
you put your own unique sound and talent in it, and put that twist on it, and it's just killer every time. And I know I saw that you also did uh, a remake of Lucifer's Reign, and that was from Stevie B. Now, is that the Stevie B I'm thinking?
Yeah, Mia Mind Music.
Yeah.
He's worked with a lot of great artists, and he worked with Madonna. I mean,
Okay, so this is like the original freestyle Stevie B.
it was old school. I mean, if that's what you're thinking.
Yes, I am. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't, a lot of people know me. I'm a metalhead too, but I have no problem admitting before anyone could ever throw that in my face. I grew up with breakdancers. My brothers were professional breakdancers, and I loved dance music and hip hop growing up. I, got introduced to, rock and metal from basically junior high and on. Stevie B was one of my favorite artists growing up, and I went to like 15 of his shows from like 10 to 13 years old. So when I saw that, I'm like, no shit. So I now have like extra love for you just for that fact. Just for that
Right
fact.
on. Right on.
Yeah, man. So, and a lot of people are just like, she's so metal. And then they're like, Stevie B, who the hell's that?
Well,
Don't worry.
my version of the song is definitely rock.
Oh God, yeah. You definitely took that to a whole different notch because he was a lot more, he was more like country style,
Yeah.
and you just kicked that shit right up. And it was definitely an awesome version of it. I loved it. And you also just released Money. What was it,
Yeah.
November?
Yep, I released that one just streaming platforms. It's done really well. We've had right at 1 million streams on that one so far. We're very, very proud of it.
Yeah. And I found that I was actually laughing when I was listening to the lyrics. I'm like, that's great.
Who can't agree with that?
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Who's going to give me money?
What was the inspiration of that?
That's
what was the inspiration for that?
Yeah. It's just kind of like a tongue in cheek on how society looks at itself now. What's actually important.
Right.
It's like people want to be famous just for the sake of being famous. They don't want to actually have a skill to be famous anymore. It's a weird thing.
Yeah, they just want that door to open for anyone who walks in. Yeah, it's an
opening.
Musicians,
they didn't want, the last thing they wanted to be considered was a sellout. They wanted to be known for their art. Now people literally want to just be a sellout. It's like they don't give a shit about the art, and it's why art is lacking now.
And you know what?
There's no pride in the absolutely. Even people that can't tell, they can tell. They just don't realize it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, people on the outside, you might be thinking you're kicking ass, you're doing this, but everyone else sees it for what it is. And, and if you're called out, who's really the asshole? The one's calling you out or the one who's, it's like just saying, call that kettle black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, going back to touring though, I mean, you're about to go on another huge tour, and and we were talking about that, and you're just going everywhere. I mean, you're going nationwide with this bitch, and
that's correct.
What you got coming up? Where are you going to be first?
Oh well, in this coming weekend, I've got a 2-day event in Branson, Missouri. They say it's a country capital, but there's some rock fans there, and we're about to lay it on them. So I'm going to be at the Roadhouse Theater in Branson.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool place. It's because Branson's set up for a lot of those musical stage shows and stuff. So they already have nice stages set up with all the crew and everything that works this stuff all the time. It's interesting. It's kind of like Vegas, or the Jersey Shore, where they have just bands coming through all the time and stuff instead of touring. It's like the people tour.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So Michael Quinn just messaged. I don't know if you noticed, but there is a comment section where people can kind of chime in if they want to ask questions. I have no problem relaying it on them. But Michael Quinn is actually a very, very good friend of mine. and he is the drummer in a band called Saint Tragedy, and they are actually going
Oh,
to be
hey,
at the
absolutely they
show.
are. I'm a fan of theirs, and I like them being on shows with me. It's gonna be a great time. They're
Yeah,
gonna
they're
love it
going to
out
be
there
at that
too.
Branson show.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and they'll be able to tell you all about it. You should talk to them afterwards. They're
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
the people that own this venue is some great friends of mine. They're doing a TV show out there. It's like a music variety show, and they have like Vince Gill and such on it.
Mhm.
So we're going to do that while we're there. I expect to introduce. Man, I just had Saint Tragedy on some other shows. They are a great band. They're a great
Yes, they
band.
are. I actually I had them booked several months ago, and they killed it. I mean, I absolutely love them. They're great guys, and I know Mike just joined them just recently. About a month ago, he announced that he has taken over and joined forces with them. And he's the drummer, and he's just been gone since. But
Hey,
yeah,
if you want to be in a national band, you have to go national.
yeah, no, exactly. And I think that's awesome. I didn't even know that he was going to be on that show. I know he was going on, that they were going to be hitting the road again, but he didn't tell me that. Even knowing that I was interviewing you, he didn't tell me that.
We told you now.
Love you, Mike.
Yeah, I see. So,
It's
hit
all
you.
right. This is my girl Sarah Jacobs saying hello. Everyone's saying hello, of course. A lot of people.
What's up, Sarah? How are you?
Couple of my Savage ladies are here to say hello, and there's Angel also. She's giving the hearts. She's
Hey, what's up, Angel?
So moving on though. I mean, you're going to be on tour for quite some time though. How long is the tour going to be going?
Until I fall over dead.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah, we've already got 30 shows booked into next year already.
Is that all?
So, yeah, but yeah. What is it?
I'm being sarcastic. I hope you know that.
Oh.
So,
that's the ones
so you got
they actually have quite a few more, but that's the ones that are actually on paper,
right?
Contracted.
Yeah, I get that.
I love touring. One of my favorite things is seeing bands like Saint Tragedy. Now that I'm not with that other band, I get to go out and because I tour so much, I see the best bands all over the country. I literally have my finger on the pulse accidentally, so I get to go in and hang in the rock scene everywhere. And when I get to do that, I see bands like Saint Tragedy, and I can pick them up and maybe get them to an area they hadn't been to before and help them out.
Right.
We have to help each other. This is rock and roll.
Absolutely, man. And everybody, it doesn't matter who you are and what level you are of talent. Everyone needs help at some point. Everyone can help other people along the way.
Especially these great bands that don't have the opportunity to get out in front of other people. It's like, hell yeah. I know that my fans are going to love them. So it's like, I love my fans. So it's like, hey, check this out. I'm a music fan too. I like it,
Right. Yeah. That's insane. That's what I started the Savage Ladies for, because, there's so many artists out there that are, they don't have, they don't know the right people that can help get their sound out,
or even how, that's
right.
the problem. As an artist, you just don't know.
Networking is huge. And social media, as much as, it's a pain in the ass, Facebook, it's a blessing at the same time. And it has helped so many people, so many people in the industry from either from my end or your end to come in the middle and meet, which a lot of these labels never gave anyone the chance before. You had to really, really stand out in order to grab anyone's attention. And there's so many amazing artists that are in each city, and they don't have the funds, they don't have the means, they don't have the know-how or the connections to be heard, but they're an amazing artist, that they're professional already, and some of them don't even realize it. And that's why I started Savage Ladies with promotions and whatnot, and and of course interviews, so I can try to help get their name out, because I know some of the big people throughout the nation and country who might actually want to check them out. Be like, you need to check out these bands. You haven't heard of it. That doesn't mean they don't exist. Let me introduce you to them. That's why
that's why I'm glad to do this. And thank you guys for doing what you do for rock and roll. Because people try to say rock is dead. Rock isn't fucking dead. The best rock and roll is always made in the shadows. You know what killed rock and roll? When they gave it money. Right. Nobody's playing rock and roll for money now. We're playing it for the love of it.
Yep, it's all
So
about
that's
the love.
why, and that's why there's great fucking rock and roll. It's just not getting the public scene. They don't. Most times there's a rock concert, it's a 21 and up. But pop concerts is all ages. It's so they're
Yeah.
cutting all these kids out of rock and roll, and kids are what keeps rock and roll alive anyway.
Yeah.
Kids are a lot smarter than people give them credit for.
Oh, they're too damn
They
smart.
they
Way
just
too
need to
damn
make.
smart.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Sarah, she says rock lives on. MTV ruined it.
Yeah, it does. You're. I mean, rock does live on.
Absolutely.
But they
It drives
should
me nuts
have
when
more
I hear
shows
people
for
say
all ages.
whenever I hear, and I do hear people. I heard it. I've actually heard from a few musicians from the South. They live in small, like small towns. Where there's nothing but cornfield for miles and miles. And they said, the rock scene is dead, and I'm like, no, it's not. Nowhere fucking near. They're just in a small towns. And they're not around a populated area. They're not by big cities. So it's like you need to get out more if you really think that.
Yeah, the
It's
Midwest has a strong rock scene, like Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio. There's a strong rock scene through those areas. Hell, New Jersey, outside of Manhattan, New York. I mean, there's hella rock bands.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike says, finally, someone who said it, yes, the future of any music is in the youth. Absolutely.
It's the truth. It's true. It is. But they need to make it to where these younger people can come see rock and roll. They're like, oh, they say curse words. These kids are making up new curse words in school. I mean,
I know,
Jesus.
right?
What are they trying to protect them from? Rock and rollers. I mean, rock is a good vent for the youth. Actually, you can vent all your aggression and stuff into rock. Usually, they're the nicest kids.
Right.
Or like me, a bunch of band nerds. I mean.
Yeah, Mike. Let's see. Michael Sayer says he does music festivals in Western Massachusetts, and he searches for 5 unknown bands that are touring that kick ass to play play festivals. Check out Berkshire Stock Music Festival.
Well, hey man, you should hit me up. Hit me up on my Facebook page. Send me a message, and we'll get you some of those unknown bands because I play through that area, and I know some that could really use a break that would kick ass.
Yeah, same thing.
A bunch of them.
Same here in Chicago. There's so many.
Oh yeah.
In Chicago, it's unreal. And they just need that middle connection. They need that hookup. And Michael wants to say, what's your link? We'll get that, Michael. I'll get that to you after the show, man. I'll make sure you guys connect and you guys can hook it up.
Yeah, absolutely do that, man. We'll get you some groups over there.
See, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, look at that, making connections.
And
Cheers to that.
Yeah, I have water. That's all I'm allowed to drink for the next 3 days.
I drink Miller Lite. That's my drink right there.
It's one way to flush your system, right? Alcohol does kill toxins.
It's worked out for me. I've done all right, and I've lived very unhealthy.
And we all have. We're still here. It's okay, at least for now, right? So,
right.
now so the tour you're going on, you're gonna be on tour with the Lonely Ones and the Arena Rock Show.
Oh, yep, yeah, we are we're working on a tour with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love the Lonely Ones. I don't know if you've seen that band yet.
I have actually. They were
Jesus.
No, as I told you, I'm a booking agent too. I'm a booking agent.
Oh yeah.
And they came through WC Social a couple months ago. So yes, I have. I finally got to see them.
Yeah, they do a cover of Flash Gordon that is out of this world.
Oh yeah, and you gotta love Flash.
Yeah, I mean Flash.
You are not old school if you don't know Flash and don't love Flash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the Arena Rock tour. I mean, it showed those guys. They play everything you love. I mean,
all the best of the best that we all grew up with.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do it great.
Yeah, I'm an 80s fanatic. I love my 80s. Absolutely.
And
the hair bands, hair metal, glam metal, glitter metal. I don't give a fuck where it is. If it's, they got hair.
February, I'm doing a West Coast tour with a Cottonmouth Kings and Rehab. It's going to be a really cool event.
And that's just West Coast?
Yes. Yeah, we're just doing the West. I mean, we're going to be at the Hard Rock in Las Vegas.
Okay.
up to Washington State. So it's going to run up California from Nevada, or vice versa from Washington down through California.
Mhm.
We're doing a 2-night stint in LA. It'll be a great time. If anybody's out in that area, definitely come out and see it.
Oh yeah, I would love to see Rehab. Those guys trip me out.
Well, my wife is their booking agent, so
Yeah,
she'll put them in your area. That's for sure.
it could happen.
Danny is one of the most talented guys I've ever met. That's the singer of Rehab, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm just curious, but yeah, he's a super. I mean, people think of them as a country rap band, and that is farthest from the truth. To be honest, they're like, I would call them like a soul music almost. It's
Mhm.
badass band, badass band. If you hadn't seen them, you should definitely get out and
Yeah.
check
No,
them
I
out.
haven't. I have not seen them, man. There's a lot of bands I haven't seen. I
Well,
work too
everybody
many,
thinks it's
man.
like with Saving Abel. Everybody thinks of that song, Addicted, but Rehab. Everybody thinks of that song Bartender, and they got
Yeah,
a lot of great songs that are not like that at all. Even
right.
though that song is freaking awesome, I love it too.
Dude, I played the shit when I was a bartender long before Savages. I played the fuck out of that song.
Yeah, well, apparently a lot of people have. It just went triple platinum.
Right? Well, for good reasons too,
That's right. That's correct.
And it's only the beginning. There's so much more. So do you
Oh
plan
yeah.
on releasing any more cover songs?
No, I actually have another original coming out in just about 2 months from now or less, called
Okay.
Psycho Sex.
Psycho
And
Sex. And what's that about?
yeah,
You already got my attention.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a really fun song.
Yeah,
I
my
can't wait for
song,
you
my,
guys
my
to hear it.
mind's going left right now, and I'm thinking all kinds of crazy fetishes that are kind of illegal that I'm into.
Well, there you go.
Psycho Sex. And this is why a lot of people are like, I'm intimidated. But you're intrigued too.
Well, then you guys definitely tune in to listen to it because I'm excited about it.
Well,
I
I
wrote it with
definitely would,
Jason Noel.
definitely send me a link, when you release it. If I don't see it myself, I mean, I'm going to be paying attention anyway. I try to pay attention as much as possible, but definitely will be looking forward to it. Just the name alone draws people in. It's going to draw my attention immediately. What? I'm in.
Good. That's good rock and roll.
Right? Now, how do you come up with that kind of name? I mean, I don't want to get personal, but I go crazy. Sometimes I go left with my interviews, so be ready for this one, okay? I mean, when you're like having sex with your wife, and then you do some crazy ass shit, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, and you say something like Psycho Sex, and then you're like, that's a great name to a song. Do you stop and write that down real quick?
Well, you'll just have to wait to see. You just have to wait to listen to the song to see.
It's funny. I don't mean to get that personal, but I mean, that's too funny. But awesome.
That's a
So
great
you got
song.
another.
I've been sitting on this song for a while. It's finally decided to release it. It's just really, really, really fun.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. And what about the video release for that?
Yeah, we'll have a video release as well.
It will be with it. Okay. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what that's going to be like in the video. That's going to
Good times.
right. No, that's it. So now you're releasing a bunch of singles, though. I mean, do you are you going to put them on an album at all, or do you prefer singles right now?
I've been enjoying doing singles right now because, well, I'm spending a lot of time on the road, so I'm just adding a song to the set here as I go.
Right.
But I'm going to release a 5-song album on vinyl with this Psycho Sex and these others that I've been releasing recently.
Mm-hmm.
I just re-released a record from earlier on Spotify, but I'm just kind of going as I go. I don't know. I've been working on a record. And I'm super proud of it. But the problem is coming to terms with it being good enough because my producer said, it's like take as long as you want to do whatever you want. So, needless to say, I've gotten weird. But yeah, I'm almost done with a record now, a brand new one that's I think out of this world. I can't wait to release it, which will be soon. I can't put a date on it because no one gave me a deadline. So
that's awesome though. So it's at your own pace. I mean, your producer's being pretty cool and laid back with you and just letting you just roll with it.
mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. It's
and
that's awesome.
I go through a few. I mean, it's a rock record, but you know, that's why I'm kind of going to Scotty Austin now. So I'm not labeled into some one genre or style. It's rock, but you
Right.
know, I'm able to just. I've done this long enough now. I can experiment and do what I want. You
Right.
know, so I'm not trying to fit a mold. I'm just making music that makes me happy.
Right. Yeah. Then it gives you options to explore every angle that you already know a lot about. I mean, you've been doing this your whole life.
That I have.
Yeah. So now I know you're going by your name, obviously, as a self title. But do you plan on actually, with the guys that are touring with you that are in the band? Are you going to actually have a band name, or are you going to stay self titled?
Just self-titled.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Band names come and go, but I've been Scotty my whole life.
It's true. so so that's cool. All right, so you're always gonna be Scotty, and that's good enough for everyone. So all we gotta hear is Scotty. Where's he at? Because Scotty does know. At least in this case,
We
this
can
one
go
does.
with that.
Yeah, Scotty does know. No, I'm not gonna sing. I'm not the artist. I'm not gonna sing. No, I'm old school.
All right.
I don't just wing it. I always ask shit. I already talked about that. All right, moving on. We went through all that in like 30 minutes. So now you got more tours. You got in between your tours. Now, before you start the rehab tour, how much of a break do you have between the tours before rehab starts?
Well, that takes me back. I mean, how much of a break before rehab?
It's not
No,
what I meant to go.
yeah, I'm totally teasing.
I'm not asking about that one.
I'm kind of down to weekend warrior stuff for the most part for the rest of the year this year. So I'll
Yeah,
just be going out for Thursday through Sunday. So I get to come home, basically every week. See, I'm at home now.
that's good. That's good.
I'm at home.
Right.
Well, you can probably hear my cat and my child in the
You know what?
background.
That's funny you said that because Sarah, in some of the comments I heard her, she put, "I hear a kitty, kitty, kitty."
Yeah,
So, I don't know.
that's my cat, and she is loud and talks all the time.
Yeah. What's up, Rob? It's like all my savages and all my partners across the nation are jumping in, along with a lot of
Rock and roll.
with a couple of my good friends, and a lot of people that know you too. Sarah wants to know what's your cat's name. Hey, babies.
My cat's name is Derp.
Derby.
Derp.
Oh, Dirt. Oh no, hell no.
Yeah, that's my cat's name.
Oh, that's beautiful. Derp.
Yep, sorry, I'm getting another beer. Yep, she talks back. See,
I'll take
Derp?
a shot of Jaeger.
Derp. Oh yeah,
Hey,
camera shot.
Cutie. Aw, that's adorable.
Yeah, she's
There
not
you go,
right.
Sarah.
She's kind of an asshole, but she's my friend.
Is she one of those cats that just walk up to shit and knock it off the shelf?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtney got that cat when she was way too young. She brought her home. I don't even know we had her, so she doesn't really know she's a kitty.
You didn't even know there was a cat in your house? How long did that take?
It took a while. It took a while.
I don't mean to laugh. That's great.
Well, I was never a cat person, but I do love this cat.
You're also gone a lot, legit. You've been on tour. When you're home, you're probably sleeping as much as you can, but then you're back in the studio.
Cat's the perfect animal for a touring musician because you can go on tour and come back and they're like, "Oh, wait, you left?"
Right? Yeah. They're perfectly fine by themselves.
Yeah, like as long as you leave food and water, they're good to go.
That's too funny. Well, Derp is now TV, internet famous. What's up, Derp?
Yeah, that's Derp. I don't know.
That's great. That's cute.
She's up my ass now.
See, she wants to steal the spotlight from me. Too cute. Aw, she's a cutie. I love cats, and I just found out I'm allergic to them 2 years ago. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. So,
fuck off, go away.
I'm looking through. I have a list of questions that I want to ask. So now that you're solo, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Still doing what I'm doing, touring, playing shows, trying to make people smile.
Then you just want to keep going till you're dead.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you're good and strong and healthy, so it ain't gonna happen anytime soon, right?
Hopefully not. You
Hopefully
never
not.
know, but hopefully not.
So what do you
I
think?
plan on continuing this.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Bye, Mike. I always should go back and forth with the comments, trying to get everyone involved. So I apologize about that. If you see me looking sideways, I'm looking.
No, you're good.
I don't know if you can see it on your cell phone or not, but I can see it on mine. Do you plan on playing any fests?
There will be some festivals. I'm not really sure off the top of my head what they will be.
If you have the time,
Courtney, my wife, she books all my shows and stuff, so she's more familiar with what's going on than I am. I just gotta show up and play.
So for you, it's more like, okay, we're doing this now. All right. That's good. A woman in control. Get it, girl. Get it.
Yep. She's a smart lady. She's definitely been super positive in my life. That's for sure.
That's
anybody that knew me from the past knows that I was a hell-raising maniac. So
I don't believe
really
that
calmed down. Yeah.
But that's awesome that you found a very supportive wife. Someone who does understand the music scene and and having a career in it. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. There's a lot.
It is definitely not.
There's a lot that is involved that can really not just test your patience, but test your relationship. The strength, the love, everything. There's so much that goes into it. And you need to find that power couple that gets it and can grow together is fucking beautiful. So congratulations to both of you for doing this together and just growing, not just with the music scene. I'm saying for you two, you guys, that's a whole different grow. You guys are growing together with it. And she's right there with you.
Thank you. I will pass it on. She's probably watching.
Absolutely. There's something I'm going to have to hook you up with Mike after this. He keeps leaving messages. Okay, so I want to ask some random questions, kind of get to know you a little bit better as a person, like personal thought. It could be music related, it could be just something random. How we all do it. How would you find a needle in a haystack?
How would I find a needle in a haystack?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One straw at a time, I guess.
It would take a long damn time.
Well, you have to have patience to be in the music business.
Dude, my ADHD would send me through the roof. I'd be like squirrel.
Yeah, well, if you knew how many times I've been told that I'd fail to continue doing this throughout my history, you just got to take things in stride, slow down sometimes.
Rob says, burn that shit down. Technically, yes.
That's a better idea.
Yeah, no. I'm a pyro, so I'm game for that. It's too funny. Let's see. If you have one day left to live, who would you spend it with that's not family? And what would you do?
There would be no one else that I would want to spend it with than family.
Aww.
There's no answer than that. I mean, really. And
that's good.
My wife and kids. That's where I'd want to be.
Yeah, that's good. There's so many like cheesy ones. I don't want to ask all of them.
I got a little bit of a beer buzz. Spit them out. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Why are manholes square?
Yeah. Yeah, there's that.
Is that your final answer?
Maybe the first one that was printed, they had a press that would put them out round. They're like, let's just go with it.
That is too funny. I love it. That was great. Do you think you can that you can get better as a musician? You think you can still grow?
Of course, we all can. We all can. That's the beauty of music. It's like a Rubik's cube that has no way to solve it. There's different ways to get there. Music, I just love music. I love everything about it. I like the theory behind it. It's just like I studied Bach cantatas a lot when I was younger, and
Yeah.
it's all mathematic, and there's so many different ways to the same conclusion. It's a never-ending puzzle. I don't know. I just love it. I don't know. We
Right.
can always get better.
Okay. And what do you think some of your best attributes are as a musician?
High energy, I guess. Uh, I play several instruments, so it makes the band respect me a little more, I guess.
You ever just get on that when you're on stage? You ever just grab the sticks and start playing guitar while you're singing? Just kind of take over.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes
And they're just like,
I
oh,
do.
okay, well, I'll
That
wait.
actually happens.
It's great. That if you're feeling it, I could see that. If it's something you can do and you have the talent, you have the ability to do it, and you're feeling the music, and you're just bouncing all over the damn stage, and you just happen to be right there and be like, yeah, give it, thank you. Okay.
Well, I never thought I'd be a singer. I was an instrumentalist for a long time, and I just ended up being a singer. So I would prefer to be a guitar player, but I like interacting with the crowd too much to going back to just being a gutar player and
But
playing with the
guitar
band.
players can actually, but they have wireless hookups now for guitarists.
But for me, I get into grooving with the band, so I'm like looking at the drummer and focusing with the band and forget that, a singer is like a rodeo clown. It's like, you're supposed to be the 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 thing that connects the audience to the band. If
Right.
that makes sense. So, it's like it's real easy to fall back away from that when I go to playing guitar. I spend like 5 or 10 minutes doing guitar solos, and I'm the only one that likes that. So
Yeah. Sarah wants to know, can you solve a Rubik's Cube?
no, absolutely not.
You ever seen those videos, those people that can literally just twist it in 3 minutes or done? It's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I've seen it. I'm calling
What the hell just
bullshit.
happened? It takes me 3 minutes just to move one row. I was
Yeah,
never good with puzzles. Never,
God,
ever.
that'd take a lot of memory, I would think.
Right. So, let's see. I got a whole list. Now, besides your own music, if you could when you walk into a room, your entrance song, if there could be a song that would represent you as a person every time you walked in a room, what song would that be?
Let's see. It would definitely be an AC/DC song. uh, Rock and roll ain't noise pollution, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just makes good sense.
Right. So, yeah, there's something. I'm not gonna even look anymore. Just go with it. Now, so you're gonna be releasing another song you said in a couple months. What was it called again?
Psycho Sex.
Psycho Sex. I'm gonna write that down. I don't even have my pencil anymore. Shit. All right. So Psycho Sex. Now, when you release your next, do you have a few songs already? Not planned on releasing at certain time frames throughout the next, the rest
I
of
do.
the next year.
I do.
All right. And are you gonna do it like on a monthly thing, or are you gonna do it like quarterly?
I never really thought about it.
Just when you feel like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got several of them finished already. I'm just trying to figure out when to put them out.
Right.
I haven't really put it together yet.
All right, so we got to keep our eyes open for Psycho Sex, and that's gonna be really awesome.
That one for sure is coming out because we are already in the process of that one.
Right. And so, when you write a song, how long is it like? Some people, they have to rewrite it. When you write your music, is it just something that just comes naturally and you can have it done within a couple of days, or do you have to be inspired?
Some songs are different,
Right.
Some songs come really fast, some take a while.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather was a songwriter, and he said he used to just drive around in an RV, and he's like, you have to go to where the song is. It doesn't come to you. So he would drive around and, just drive until he found the song.
Right.
And I guess maybe it's that way now. I just might be in the right place at the right time when the song's fast, and other times I just haven't found it yet.
Do you have anything that triggers your inspiration? Like, what is your
Well,
creative process?
life in general, it's just anything could be inspiration.
Right.
You watch a TV show and you got a feeling about something, or wake up from a dream, or you know, be mowing the yard. I don't know, anything. Like, music is art, and art is a representation of life. So
Right.
it technically could be anything.
Right.
Emotion, emotion. Anytime you get an emotion, a lot of writers write love songs because that's the easy one to go to. Every
Mhm.
kid, when they write a poem when they're a kid, they say, "Hey, write a poem." It's always a love poem because that's the one that's easy to
Right.
get to. But writing about angst, or just any other emotion, or just paranoia, that takes a lot more thought. And I just think emotion, any kind of emotion, a strong emotion, will inspire a song. No matter if you're
Right.
angry, sad, happy. That's usually when I get inspired to write a song.
Hmm. Okay. Just random thought. You being such a strong writer, have you ever considered writing a book?
Yeah, but I'm from a small town in the deep south. I can barely read, much less write. So no, I'm just kidding. I can read, but you know, I, but I have considered it. I just it seems very pretentious to me to write a book. But
You never know. You never know. Maybe a short story.
well, that's true. I can make up some shit. I've been known to lie.
Well, you know what? If sometimes your past, I mean, if your mind, is very open, if you don't live under a fucking rock, and you don't, and you break all the rules, you don't do everything you're told, it's people like us that live outside the box, and some of us are like twisted in different ways, and some of us are just extremely creative in ways people don't think of, and it could write some crazy ass, thriller book,
Yep,
something suspenseful,
that's true. That's true.
or
I
some
watch.
crazy, or some
I
crazy
listen to
psycho.
a, I listen to a lot of podcasts as we travel.
Yeah, you could
I
do
do
some
listen to
psycho
a lot
sex
of
books.
yeah, yeah,
You can go in details. It'd be like
yeah.
porno for books. They exist. That's what the women. You never always wonder what your wives are
They
reading.
always sell good.
So, if there was one thing you could change in the music industry, what would it be?
What would it be
Mm-hmm.
that people got paid for their art still?
Valid.
I mean, a valid amount, instead of pennies, because music is a hard thing to capture because it lives in the air in the moment. It's not like a painting that you can pass around, but and so it's hard to. It's just a different world we live in now.
Right. Yeah. A lot of things, man. A lot of things have changed. It's like crazy the shit people are going through. What are some of your fondest memories of your music career?
Oh wow, I've had some great ones. I stood at Stonehenge going, "How did I sing my redneck ass here?" Yeah, like standing there because it's in the middle of a cow field in Europe. You have to take all these back roads to get to it. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe, because I grew up extremely poor, and all I had was my music. And I
Mm,
was like, wow, I can't believe I've got to travel and do the things. Stood at a castle in Scotland, because of music. The actual William Wallace Castle from the Braveheart. I stood in that castle going, music is the reason I got to be here. I
right.
stood at Beethoven's grave.
Really? Where's he buried?
Yeah, in Vienna, Austria.
Is he? Is he really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
what's weird is if you look to your right, there's Mozart's grave, and you look between them, and it's uh, what's his name? Strauss, the guy that wrote the lullaby song, lullaby and good night,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So they're all right there together within like spitting distance. They're so close.
No shit. Is that like
Yeah,
it's like a specific cemetery for
yeah. It's a
artists?
huge.
Like how?
No, it's just a giant cemetery in Vienna, Austria, which is
Yeah.
beautiful city, beautiful city. But I did play. I played a show I played St. Pete's Bike Week in St. Pete, Florida. This has been a few years back, and they had the stage set up on the sand with our backs facing the water, and so the sun starts setting as we're playing, and the military let us use a plane, and we had these guys fly over and parachute out with streamers coming out of their shoes, and they parachuted down in the middle of our show with it.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it was pretty spectacular.
That is
a
awesome.
Pretty magical moment.
That's got to be hard though to play a set in sand. I mean, especially if
we were on a stage.
They did have a stage set up. Okay, I was gonna say
the stage was set on the stand.
Face plant.
But all the people were like in shorts, barefooted, just hanging out on the sand. So it was right. It was a fantastic time.
That's cool though. That's awesome. So hold on, I'm looking at questions here. What are some of your no, actually I'm not gonna even ask that. How about some embarrassing moments? Do you have any embarrassing moments on stage? I love asking.
Oh yeah. I fell off of a stage and broke my hand one time while talking about falling off the stage.
So you were talking about it, and then you actually did it.
Yeah, I was trying to jump to the speakers out there. I was like, hey, if I fall off the stage, don't put this on YouTube. And then I fell off the stage and broke my hand. And while saying that, so the band thought I'd made it up. They were like,
fine irony.
Yeah, he's faking. But then the stage was too tall for me to get back on it. So I had to run all the way through security and all the way back around to the back.
That is, dude.
It was pretty embarrassing. Because the band was like, golly, here's Scotty hamming it up. like no, I actually fell.
There goes again.
But what's crazy is nobody posted videos. The first video that was online started with me going, you didn't see me, but you hear me go, hey guys, I think I'm actually hurt. You can hear me through the microphone because I was on the ground.
Oh wow. Yeah. So you just switch hands, keep going.
Yeah.
And then I'd be thinking, well, shit, that just happened. All right. So that's too funny. Do you ever get anxiety? I mean, I know you've been doing this like your whole life and everything, but or is it just like second nature? You don't even think twice anymore.
Yeah, maybe it is anxiety. I think now you're like, I gotta take a shit. You don't have to, but you know what I'm saying? It's like,
okay, so what do you do when that happens?
I'm just kidding about it, but it's like getting butterflies in your stomach. You don't make the connection that it's nerves anymore. You're just like, oh, my stomach's upset or something. I don't know. But
dude, that's too funny.
I don't know. It's kind of like second nature, really. As soon as my foot hits the stage,
you lose yourself.
Person. Yeah.
So now you see, you brought up taking a habit and take a shit. You made me. That's something I never even thought of. I mean, I've heard you hear. We know when singers sometimes you guys take an extra minute or two between songs. Everyone's like,
that's what they're doing.
But it's like, dude,
he's in there puking or taking a shit. That's what he's doing.
That's gotta suck. Like,
no, I'm just kidding.
If you're having the runs that day and you're trying to hold it and you're trying to hit some chords.
Yeah, imagine screaming at the top of your lungs.
Take the mic with you in the toilet.
Yeah, it might be your last show. That's a whole different kind of show.
I never even thought of some shit like that. That's funny as fuck. But it's funny though. I hope that never happens to you.
Me too. Jeez.
Now that you said it, hopefully it won't happen. Like when you were talking about falling off the stage and you will break your hand. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Oh, that's too fucking funny. Oh shit. So, anything else you got going on that you'd like to tell everyone? Or maybe that you have, that you've kept quiet about?
No, I just want to tell everybody to please come out and catch a show, because I like to bring out bands with me that people may not be familiar with, and I will be out beforehand. I want to expose people to new music that I think's great. Plus, I want you to hear the new stuff that I'm doing. So everyone should check out my website, ScottyAustinOfficial.com. I have all of my dates on there. You're going to hit me up on Facebook, any of the social media. But if you want to contact us about anything in particular, hit me up on Facebook, the one with the blue check mark, You can send a message there. Either I will get that or my wife will get that, but you will be talking directly to one of us. So you guys hit us up and please come see a concert. Let's keep live music freaking alive.
Oh, yeah. And again, also, he's got another single coming out, Psycho Sex, and that's coming out very soon. And definitely looking forward to hearing that. You said within the next couple months, right?
Yep. It won't be long at all.
Awesome.
You can check out the one that I've got out now, Lucifer's Reign. The bad one is back. It's playing on
that was just for
radio stations. Yeah.
And I want to apologize that I couldn't play the video. Again, like I said, I got a new link, a new app that I got to learn how to use that was just downloaded to my phone, or I'm sorry, my laptop, because YouTube has glitches with their videos. You can't be I'm on YouTube playing a YouTube video and it glitches. Explain this to me. I'm just saying,
technology.
It is what it is. But so Scotty, I want to say thank you so much for taking
Thanks
the time
for having me
to join me here.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yes, and you never know. I might bring him to a Savage stage here in Chicago, people. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a possibility. We are talking. You
should, absolutely.
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 Definitely, either way.
I like Chicago.
We got to get you here. So, Scotty, thank you so much, man. You have anything you want to say to your fans?
Nope, other than just keep supporting live music, and I hope to see you guys at a show soon.
Absolutely.
Rock and roll.
Oh, yeah. All right, Scotty. I'll talk to you after in the green room after this in a moment, all right?
Right on.
And then we'll get you some information with Michael Sayers because he wants to talk to you. I'll get you that information.
Hey, on the Facebook with the blue check mark, Scotty with a Y, Austin like Texas.
Absolutely.
Hit me up on the Facebook with the blue check mark. It's way closer to my pasty ass face. Go ahead and hit me up.
Oh yeah, looking forward to more of you just taking over. That's all you've been doing. You just keep getting better and better, man. Nothing but blessings for you. Nothing but blessings. Absolutely. Everyone, mad love and respect.